All right, we have Bob White, and then on deck is Jed Carroll. Mr. White.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. On behalf of the Republican Liberty Caucus of Florida, I am here also to express our opposition to this bill. We have been opposed to the bill from the very beginning, from the moment the press conference was held, with the big placard that said constitutional carry across the front of it. It's a lie. Mark Twain opined that a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting its shoes on, and that is exactly what's happening here. The legislation that you're considering today falls woefully short of the provisions that would be required in order for it to truthfully be referred to as a constitutional carry bill. There are so many abridgments of our Second Amendment rights contained in Florida statutes that to call this bill constitutional carry is an insult to our intelligence. It does not provide for open carry. It does not eliminate the prohibition against carrying on a college or a university campus, leaving tens of thousands of students in danger of being assaulted. And it does not restore the constitutional rights of 18, 19, and 20-year-olds to be able to lawfully purchase a firearm from a licensed dealer. And it does nothing to rectify the unconstitutional provisions of Florida's red flag law. It does nothing to address the egregious violations of constitutionally required due process rights. And it does nothing to establish guidelines and guardrails to prevent the continued arbitrary and capricious practices being employed by county sheriffs and chiefs of police as it relates to the issuance of risk protection orders. In short, this bill is not constitutional carry, and we advocate for constitutional carry and will support nothing less than complete and total constitutional carry. The most dangerous places in America are gun-free zones. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. White. Yes, you can ask a question. Mr. White.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Bobby and I love you. We've been friends for a very, very long time.
Yes, we have.
I was in the bathroom when the last speaker was up because he said something. I just want to make, are you asking us to vote against the bill as we currently have it?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Follow up, Mr. Chair. If we vote against the bill, there's no bill. There's nothing to amend in the future.
You know, I've got to say, to be completely honest.
And this isn't more for you. It was more direction of what somebody else said previous to you.
I understand, but I think that we're all adults, those of us that are part of the Second Amendment community, those of us that advocate for personal liberty in general across the board. We know when a deal's been cut. We can see it as plain as day. The Florida House and the Florida Senate and the governor's office got together on this bill, and this is what they want. And you guys are going to pass this bill in its current form. You're going to send it to the floor in the first week of the session, okay? And it's going to pass, and it's going to go to the governor, and he's going to sign it, and then there's going to be this victory lap that's going to be taken where everybody's going to crow about how we passed constitutional carry in the state of Florida, and you will have not done that at all. So that is why we are opposed to this bill. It is not constitutional carry. We are holding out for constitutional carry.
Mr. Chair, just to
follow up. Real quick, I'm going to remind everybody, if you're clapping, one of the sergeants is going to have you removed. We can't have clapping or other noise during this discussion. We want to get all the information we can, and we're on a time crunch. Thank you. Senator?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I get all that. I understand where you're coming from. But if we do vote against the bill today and the bill dies in committee, then there's no way to even amend it in the future for open carry. Do you understand that procedurally?
I do understand that procedurally.
Okay,
I just don't believe for a moment that it's going to happen.
Understood. Understood. Follow up, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
So just so I'm clear, so the assertion is that you would rather, you and others would rather us not pass a safety bill that includes permitless carry because it doesn't include open carry. That's the assertion?
That is the assertion.
Okay, fine. I just want to make sure you're on the record for that.
And also for the record, it was brought up earlier that there's a 28-12 Republican majority in the Florida Senate. You could lose 7 Republican votes for an open carry, constitutional carry bill and still prevail on a real constitutional carry bill. As I said earlier, we're insulted by this bill. Calling it constitutional carry is an absolute insult. It's a slap in the face to the Second Amendment community in the state of Florida. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. White.